Hi, this is Bruce Buffer, and you're listening to the Brats and Beard Podcast.
Welcome back, tailgaters.
Whoa.
How is it going over there, Drew? Do you have a monkey in your house? What is that?
Forever.
It's been a minute. I mean, we had our interview, but besides that, we've been slacking on you guys. We apologize. There might be one change. We might switch it to Wednesday releases and not Tuesday releases, just to give us a little extra time. You know, we're extremely busy over here, probably some of the busiest people that you'll ever meet. So that's all I want to say. It might be a little delay. You might get a little delay every now and then. We're still working on some new content, some new interviews. We got stuff coming your way. Don't worry, we're not giving up on you yet. Not yet. Maybe next month. You guys got anything to say about that? Cody, looks like you want to say something.
I've given up on myself, but I haven't given up on you guys or the tailgaters at this point.
Yeah, we're gonna get it out on time every week, Tuesday. So
get it out. Oh yeah. Yep, I got it. Don't worry. I'll stay up all night. We'll get it out.
You boys drinking anything tonight?
Oh, I got a passion fruit beer right now. It's pretty delicious. It's made by LaCroix. What are you drinking, Cody?
Oh, a fresh Coors Light, not an old can saved in the freezer with other booze in it, but
he just waited.
Taking it easy. Taking it easy. I got some new glares for the draft that we got coming up later this afternoon, but
nice.
Now.
We do have a draft coming up, so we're doing a special fantasy football episode right now. It might be a little quicker one, but we're going to pretty much give each other our secrets. And then, wait, sorry, Drew, what's going on?
Oh, nothing.
I cut you off, dude.
No, it's all good. I'm drinking a McGolden Light. No big deal over here. NBD, no big dick.
Because you're going for a run after the draft?
No, I'm too busy. I'm going to bed.
Too busy.
Have you guys felt really busy lately? Granted, Sean and I don't have kids. Drew, you do, so you get a reason to be really busy.
I guess.
But I've been busy.
Dude, super busy. A little fun thing, it added to our business. We actually got together, all three of us this weekend, which is usually pretty hard because we live kind of far away. And we had some fun. We were supposed to record an episode over the weekend, but we just got so busy that we couldn't put one out because we were just busy doing other things. We golfed a lot. We drank a lot. It was fun. So I'm sorry we didn't get that out for you, but we're doing it a month now. Apologize for being so busy. All right, you guys want to jump into fantasy football here?
Yes,
so
please.
When you say jump in, is that that's all we're talking about today?
That is all we're talking about today. All right, this is a fantasy football themed episode. We'll be doing a regular one this weekend and putting that out next week. But this one is just fantasy foosball. So, question number one. Give me your guys' dark horse MVP. Give me 2 or 3 guys, people you're thinking that have the potential to become that MVP, but not a lot of people are talking about them.
Are we talking fantasy MVP or are we talking NFL MVP?
Fantasy MVP. Could win you your championship, your team could ride on them.
I'll give one, and it's kind of a overlay of last year because I feel like he was an important role last year for a few of my teams that won. James Robinson, just because you can get him so late, and I think he's a stud. So if he was a first-round pick, he's not going to be an MVP because he's going to, probably underperform at that value. But if you can get him in the 4th or 5th round, I think that is how you build a pretty solid squad.
I agree. That's my number 1 on my list, so I agree with you there. Drew, you got one to throw in?
I misread the question. I thought it was dark horse for MVP.
Real life?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. You can say that too. It's fine.
Okay, Kirk Cousins.
Dude,
he would be a dark horse for the fantasy MVP then too.
All right, number 2, Katy Perry. And then number 3, actually, this one's for real, actually. Dalvin Cook, if he could stay healthy, dark horse MVP.
Okay.
I think he could lead the league in rushing this year. That's a pretty fair statement. He does a lot of pass catching, right? If Kirk can hit a 3-foot circle from 10 feet away.
I'm hoping they do more of that this year. Stop running into those big 400-pound linemen.
Yeah.
Get outside.
I don't know.
They like to jam them down the throat a little bit. Speaking of,
don't we all?
I had Austin Eckler and Miles Gascan were two others on my list.
Wow. I like the third.
Breakouts.
Your second one, you'll hear his name later in this podcast.
Oh, okay. I'm
with you, Cody. I know where you're going with that one.
Do you guys have any other guys in the MVP?
I do. I think Kyler Murray has potential to be one of those quarterbacks that can, finish in the top three if he kind of has that season where he pulls it all together, his rushing, his passing.
Yeah.
Who do they add out there for receivers? I know they got Hopkins, obviously. But then they
have Rondell Moore or something.
Yeah, they have somebody else though.
Rondell. they drafted. AJ Green. AJ Green.
Oh yeah, old man.
That's who it was. But I mean, AJ Green can still, if he's not your primary target, I think he can still be a threat if he's your third best receiver at this stage in his career. So if Kyler can figure it out, I think that he could be a player that not a lot of people are looking at that is going to perform better than we expect.
Yeah. I agree. Anyone else you guys got? I have a couple others. I just want to see if you guys are going to hit on anyone. All right. I have Trey Lance. I think he could come in and step into a role once he gets the opportunity and do pretty well. And then I have Devontae Smith and Gus Edwards as possible dark horses.
So we're on MVP. Isn't dark horse a separate?
Dark horse MVP.
Okay. Well, I thought that MVP was like.
No, I mean, because you could say like MVP is going to be Christian McCaffrey. Like that's okay. I don't want to hear that.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm saying like a guy you don't expect to make a huge impact on your team.
Do we have a separate one for just like dark horses in general?
Yeah, it's breakouts.
Okay.
Or sleepers. Those could be one and the same kind of, but
yes.
Speaking of that, let's do sleepers, Cody.
Sleepers.
Let's go. Who are you sleeping on? Who are you not sleeping on?
I'm not sleeping on him, and I have him, I think, in all of my leagues so far. I don't know why I love the guy. It's going to be a midseason thing. Sophomore, Mooney from the Bears.
Darnell.
I think that watching him run his routes, I watched a lot of his highlights in the offseason. He is so crisp, but he was overthrown so poorly last year. So I think that if him and Fields can get on the same page, it's going to be a slaughter fest in a PPR format, just because I think he could easily get 8 receptions a game.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of that, I have Justin Fields in this along with Darnell. So I think once he gets the opportunity, which will probably be week 2, I think, I think they'll connect. I think Fields will be pretty decent. They still won't win the North, but
I hate saying that, but I really do feel that way watching him in preseason and practice and everything. He looks good.
He had a rough game, and then it looked like he might have just had some nerves that first game and kind of pulled it together after that. Nothing amazing, but still looked decent. Who else are you guys not sleeping on?
Not sleeping on. Who do you got, Drew?
Well, a few of my sleepers are Joe Biden, Rip Van Winkle, Sleepy from Seven Dwarfs, and Nelson Aguilar.
Steve McNair, he's permanently asleep.
Oh,
wow, you guys are being brutal today.
Hey, he's one of my favorite players. I could say it, whatever.
Sleepy Joe is a fair assessment, though.
It is a good one.
For real, though, Nelson Aguilar with the Patriots, I think that'll be interesting. He had a really good season last year, and he's like the only wide receiver there, I feel like.
Well, I'm gonna go against you right there with another Patriots receiver, Jacoby Myers. He's on my sleeper list.
Yeah? He's wide receiver 1, right, on the depth chart?
Yeah, I think that's what he's considered, yeah.
So does that mean that you also like Mac Jones?
No, I just think Myers is going to get a shit ton of targets. We're talking to me or Drew. I guess either or.
You. Well, whoever likes Jacoby.
I mean, I think he'll step in and he'll be all right. I think his first year is going to be a little rough, but I feel like Jacoby's going to get like 10, 11 targets a game.
Jeez.
Sheesh.
One that I got that I wasn't really paying attention in the last couple minutes. Zach Wilson. I think that he is going to be a top 10 quarterback in fantasy. I don't know how his team's going to do. I'm not a big Jets guy. I don't know their personnel, but judging by what I can see on their skills positions, I think he's got a lot of ways to distribute the ball. He seems pretty quick coming out of the pocket too if he's going to scramble. So worth a flyer for sure.
He's on my list. We're on the same page tonight.
I have Corey Davis listed too. With the
Let's go.
Yeah, that's a heavy target usage over there.
I got him too, and then my last two I had was my boy Laviska Shenault and Van Jefferson. He's a deep sleeper I've been looking at.
Who is that?
Rams receiver.
He's on the Rams.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Pretty much going undrafted in most fantasy drafts, except for ones that I'm in. I think he had a pretty good camp and a preseason, so I don't know. Could be a guy to use later down the road.
Pretty much if Kupp or Woods goes down, right? Because it's going to be Kupp, Woods, and Reynolds, right?
Yeah, it should be. All right, you guys got any others there, sleepers? Otherwise, we can go on to busts. Some of the busts.
Yeah, I think I'm good on sleepers here.
Who you guys got for bust? My first one, I'm going to start this one. My first one.
Oh, I got one more sleeper. I completely forgot about him.
You fucker.
No, I do. Let me think about it. It was another Jet, Michael Carter. I think I like the Jets this year.
I think you're a Jets fan. The goddamn Jets.
It's the goddamn Jets. I think I might be a Jets fan because I think Zach Wilson's going to play well. And I think Michael Carter's going to carve out a pretty nice role. You know what I mean?
Well, they listed their depth chart, and he wasn't even on it, so that's a little concerning.
We'll be fine. Who do they got? Ty Johnson?
Tevin Coleman is number one, and then it's Perrine, and then Johnson, and somebody else. And then, like 2 days ago, I heard that Carter was fourth, and then now I heard today he wasn't even on it today.
Well, let's reflect back to this conversation in about 6 weeks.
I'm fine with that. I'm saying I liked Michael Carter too, and I was like, all right, maybe I'll go after him. But yeah, I'm just saying it was a little concerning.
He's gonna be another Michael Carter Williams.
That flat-faced fuck.
Fuck that guy.
My first bust on the list is Kenny Gallaudet. That's what I'm going with.
Why?
I just think now that he's on the Giants, I mean, right there explains it all. Like, look who's throwing to him. I don't trust him at all. I just don't think he's going to stay healthy. I don't think even if he is healthy that the ball is going to get to him. I mean, there's not a lot of weapons on that team. I feel like there's a lot of mouths to feed. I don't think – I know I just contradicted myself kind of by saying there's not a lot of weapons and there's a lot of mouths to feed. But by that, I mean, like, dangerous weapons. Like,
I don't like any times.
Nobody that's going to, like –
I hope
like
that
Evan Ingram's not going to blow your socks off or, like, I don't know.
I hope we can replay that track because I feel like that was like an intro to a movie where you're like, dangerous weapon. So do you think it's a talent issue with him? Or are you worried about injury? Or are you worried about
Gallaudet?
Yeah.
Well, I think they're just going to be spreading the ball around so many people. I think it's going to be pretty run heavy because what's his face? Daniel Jones is just not good.
Danny
I'm not a
Dimes.
big Danny Dimes fan, but I think that he is capable of supporting a wide receiver one.
I guess we're going to find out.
We'll check back in week 6.
We'll check back in. Also, is he the wide receiver one, or is it like
Sterling?
Sterling,
No.
I would say.
Nah,
Then Slayton's probably after him.
Yeah.
All right. We'll check back in week 6.
Well, Cody, cover your ears because one of my busts is Saquon Barkley.
I'm not happy about my auto pick.
I'm afraid coming back off of his surgery and everything, and that's all I got. I don't want to do a movie quote or anything for this guy. But my next one would be Austin Eckler. And my only reason why is because anyone that comes out and says put money on me and I'm the guy this year, that's just too much pressure. I want to pick him. I liked him. I picked him last year and he got hurt. So
I think he's almost doing that to like troll people and to fuck with them. And now he's giving away. He's like, send me your screenshots if you win a week. He's like, send me your screenshot and I'm giving away a game's jersey every week. That's kind of cool. So it's like if you have him and draft him and you win, you're supposed to send him a screenshot and he's going to pick a couple winners every week. It's kind of cool.
I did see he missed practice today with a hamstring injury.
Ooh.
So
I think they'll be fine. I think a lot of those things are just.
We're starting soon here.
I think those things are precautionary, just going into the week. Fucking with their opponent's game plans.
Yeah, like, hey, let's not practice. We'll get them.
I had Josh Jacobs.
Nice.
Miles Sanders.
Is that really a bust though, Josh Jacobs? Like, no one expects him to do well.
He's going in like the second, third round right now in fantasy.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably a bust. People are drafting him pretty high.
Yeah, they're using him. A lot of people are taking him as like they're running back one, but
who's the backup there?
Is it? I'm trying to think. Who is it?
Just talked about this weekend. What is it?
Well, let me take a look quick. Oh, Kenyon Drake, and then Peyton Barber.
Oh
yeah. Yep. You guys got anyone else busting?
I have a couple more real quick. One I think is pretty obvious though is Le'Veon Bell. He just got signed by the Ravens.
Oh yeah.
I bet he sucks, and people are gonna pick him up. They'll probably do really good. And then
there's
Tyrod
going to
Taylor.
be a week that they're going to be like, we're going to give him a chance, and he's going to go everywhere. Like, everyone's going to pick him up immediately, and I don't think he's going to do shit.
I'm with you. All right, I guess Tyrod Taylor's not really a
Tyrod
bust.
Taylor? Oh,
It's not really a bust.
I think he could be on the breakout list. I don't know.
He might be on the breakout list. He's got 2 healthy lungs and a team under his reign.
I kind of like him. I've been drafting him as a backup in a couple leagues. I kind of like it.
Yeah, but I heard he has a doctor's appointment coming up. Punctures.
What if he? Oh my God! Could you imagine? Just gets hurt right before the season or week 1. I had Darrell Henderson and then Jamar Chase as well. I think Darrell Henderson's going to be injury prone. I mean, he always is. I think he'll go down pretty early. And then Jamar Chase, rookie wide receiver, Bengals. I don't know. I just don't think he's going to perform to where people are drafting him. I guess he could have a decent season, but I just don't think he's going to be amazing this year.
I disagree, but
all right.
I think I'm kind of scared of that guy.
That's fine. That's probably.
I got one bold prediction that's not necessarily a bust because he could still be good, but
hold on. Wait, a bold prediction for what? A good thing or bad? Because hold on.
A bust-like player.
Okay, go.
George Kittle finishes outside top 5 tight ends.
Because of injury or just lack of production?
I would say I would not hope for injury. I hope he plays the whole season. Just lack of production. I think there's a lot of people there that want the ball. And with the quarterback issue, I think that it's going to be kind of who's our guy right now.
Do you think there's a quarterback issue?
Yeah, they're starting the wrong quarterback week 1, so that usually means it's an issue.
Well, yeah, but so are the Bears, but we're pretty confident in Justin Fields.
Yeah, but that's a way different issue. We know Andy Dalton is only there as a cardboard cutout until Justin Fields is ready, whereas it's 49ers are we think Trey Lance has a higher ceiling, but we know Jimmy Garoppolo has more experience. He's been to an NFC championship. Yeah. So it's you don't really know which direction to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Because they're supposed to be very good this year. So,
and I love George Kittle. He's a man-child. But it's just I don't like the vibe that team's giving off right now. And I own a few shares of Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, and it's I don't know.
Well, we'll check back in week 6.
Week 6.
Here's another one. I know you could say this is kind of like sleeper. I guess I classified it differently, but I said breakouts, guys who I don't know, had a decent season last year, might have fallen off for a year, maybe comeback, I guess, player. You could kind of say. And not even that. I mean, I have Jerry Jeudy, I have Scary Terry on it. Just guys who could really just take that next step, I feel like.
What more can Scary Terry do?
Oh,
didn't he finish top 8 last year?
He can finish top 5
without a quarterback. He still has no quarterback, so. I guess
I love Scary Terry. I have T.J. Hawkinson too. I think he's just going to be fed.
Yeah, that'll be a great breakout.
I've seen people taking Hawkinson over to Darren Waller, which I guess that could also go back to the bust category. People think Waller's going to have a decline, but
I think that's crazy to me. He's another man-child, in my opinion.
yeah, I think he's phenomenal. But
Waller's huge.
People just hate Derek Carr.
Hawkinson gets hurt too. That's the only other downfall with that shit.
Also, is he still? This is a really bad question. Is he still with Detroit?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Who the fuck is playing a Detroit Lion in
Exactly.
fantasy football?
Well, I mean, he's gonna be their only passing target, dude. He's gonna be their leading receiver for sure.
No, dude, they still have Cephas from the Badgers.
You know what's crazy is us thinking about him and
Quintez.
Just because he had some decent games last year, like he's not even close to being drafted this year. Nobody has any expectations for Quintez. It's kind of funny. I'm like, damn. I'm like, because he had some good games and a lot of people picked him up last year.
Who is your wide receiver one?
Dude, Hawkinson.
But if you think about it, like Jared Goff performed in an offense where he actually supported viable fantasy options. When he had a Todd Gurley, he had a Cooper Kupp, he had a Robert Woods, he had a couple of decent tight ends. It's like he can throw the ball.
All right, you want to hear him?
Yeah.
We got Tyrell Williams, the
From
old
the Charger?
Raider. Or what was he, a Charger? Raider?
I think it was both.
Yeah, I think he might have been both. Amonra St. Brown.
Yes, Equanimous' brother.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Dang. Khalif Raymond.
Rookie.
And then Quintez Cephas, Tom Kennedy. Yeah, a bunch of fucking nobodies, dude. I think DeAndre Swift will get fed out of the backfield and Hawkinson.
But what are they going to – if I was a cornerback, I'd be at the fucking line getting ready to get in the backfield. I'd be like, fucking leave that guy be. I'm going to get after the running back because that's how they're going to do with him.
I mean, that's why the Lions are supposed to be like probably the worst or second to worst team this year. They will be bad. I also had Noah Fant on that tight end list. I think with Teddy there, I think it could open him up a little bit.
I think Teddy Two Gloves, we didn't talk about him during the breakout list. I think that he's going to have a really good season too.
Well, we're still on the breakout list, so you can say it here.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I meant sleeper. I guess I don't really know what. He didn't have a great season last year.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of did. Did he get hurt for a little bit though? I think.
No, I think.
I think Jalen Waddle. I know he's a rookie, but I think he could have a good season. And then my last one, I had Robert Woods or Cooper Kupp. I think with the new quarterback change, I think Stafford's going to be pretty comfortable as far as like being able to throw to legit guys, and I think he's going to have a better season. So I don't know who it's going to be. Who do you think will be the better receiver out of those two?
Robert Woods.
You do?
Yeah, he finally has a guy that can throw down the field. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. But I know Stafford's a little older. You think he's still just going to want to chuck it, or is he going to want to like do little check downs, little slants and shit to Cooper in the slot?
He'll do whatever the fuck he wants. I think he's still a high caliber quarterback.
That is true. He'll be chucking actually. Fuck it.
Yeah.
He'll be in those Favre years, those late Favre years where he just drops back and he's like, I'm not getting sacked, but this is going 60 yards.
Exactly.
Interception.
Pick or not, I don't give a shit.
Yep. A couple of my breakouts are Russell Gage with the Falcons, only because with Julio gone, he's finally going to get a chance to step up. I picked him in like every time I did a DFS last year. Great value. And then let's just go with Michael Gallup right now. I hate Dallas, but I drafted him, and I think that he's going to have a breakout year. That's what we're doing. Breakouts right now, Cody.
Breakouts, baby.
Breakouts.
All right. Anyone else? Otherwise, one more, I guess 2 more. And Cody, I can answer your first one for you, but who are you picking in every draft? Who seems to be ending up on your team, or who are you at least scoping out or really like putting in your queue immediately? Cody's is Michael Carter.
Yeah.
For sure. He had him queued up in round 1 in his last draft.
It was round 3, and I was just making sure.
Didn't go for 10 more rounds, but he didn't want to miss him.
But I got him late, and that's all we were looking for.
I've gotten Devontae Adams in all of my leagues that I've drafted so far, which I don't know how it just fallen that way. Like I've picked in different areas and I've just gotten him every time. So
I don't mean to be biased, but Justin Jefferson, that's just how I feel. As long as he stays healthy once again.
Are you taking him in second round, or what are you thinking with him?
Yeah, second round.
Would you ever reach for him if you were like 12-team league, you're the 12th pick? Would you take him? I guess you could get him on the turn, but still.
Yeah,
So,
I'm regretting
11
saying
picks,
that now.
yeah.
It's tough because I only drafted once so far right now, but like otherwise, I'm going to say Derrick Henry. I think Derrick Henry is a man-child, as you guys so kindly put it, and he's going to be dominant this year again. But who's Mekhi Sargent follows him this year? He's from Iowa Hawkeyes. So
Oh, nice. He's his backup.
yeah,
Nice.
take some relief off of him.
I have a question for you guys. So I switched it up in one of my drafts because there was. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, so it was A.J. Brown or Justin Jefferson, and I love A.J. Brown. I'm a Titans fan, but I had him in one other league, and I took Justin Jefferson instead. Do you think that's a smarter play than A.J. Brown?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Why? Just you think better opportunity?
He's in a more pass-heavy offense, I think. In Minnesota, I think they throw the ball a lot more because they have a shit offensive line. Can't run it as much. And I think that he's just a better overall receiver, honestly.
Okay.
Do you remember how many times A.J. Brown dropped deep passes last year?
He did.
He still finished like really well, but
he finished well because he just makes huge plays. So it's like he'll drop like 3 passes and then he'll catch like a 10-yard slant and just bust it for a 59-yard touchdown or some shit. So it's like it's almost like his stats are sometimes almost skewed, and I hate to say that because he's a really good receiver and I think he runs good routes, but he does drop a lot of shit. So I don't know. And then he just breaks one out. He'll drop 4 passes in a row and break one and lose 6 guys, and it's crazy to watch. But yeah, I could see Justin Jefferson.
That makes sense.
Finishing a little better. I'm also ending up with Judy on my team a lot. Jerry Judy.
Love that Jerry.
I have him on 2 teams, and he is. I guess we'll talk about it in the next thing. But I have him, Ben Ein, Corey Davis, Van Jefferson, which we talked about, and then for tight end, I feel like I've been ending up with Tyler Higbee and Lance Thomas for some reason. Those have been 2 guys that I don't know if they just fall to me
Thomas
or what.
Or Lance Thomas. Logan?
Oh, I'm sorry, Logan Thomas.
Oh, okay.
Lance Thomas.
Lance Thomas.
Lance Thomas. Who is he? He's probably. I think he's on my Facebook. Lance Thomas was the basketball player on the Knicks, I think. Yeah, and that's Knicks. Yep. All right. Anyways, Logan Thomas. You guys got anyone else that you've fallen on your teams?
Best player available. Offensive weapon. That's what I'm picking.
Nice. You guys got any like funny team names either that you've seen or that you have right now? Have you like adjusted any of your team names or anything? Nice. I have 2 that are based around Judy, and one's Big Booty Judy, and the other one's Judge Judy. So those are
I like
nice.
Big Booty Judy. If you guys can you guys come up with a funny team name off the top of your head? Because I feel like people do that.
For who? For anyone or just in general?
Yeah. Like choking on a Hawkinson.
Mine would be Lance Armstrong Thomas.
What the fuck? Logan Thomas.
How about double TD cup? No, that's a bad one.
All right, we all suck. It's been a great episode. See you guys later.
I didn't have any, Sean. I couldn't do it.
We're pretty good at this. Trey Lance. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I'm pretty bad at this. All right, you guys got anything else talking about fantasy football? Otherwise, we can wrap it up here. All right, well, thank you guys for listening. Short little episode that we hope that this, really helps you in your fantasy football draft since football starts tomorrow. But if you draft late or you just want to hear and call us dumb for who we're talking about, feel free to.
Call us dumb.
Call us dumb. Call us genius. Tell us who you like, who you hate. We don't care. We'll talk about it in week 6. Well, thank you guys for stopping by. We have an exciting partnership that we are announcing. Should we announce it now or should we wait?
We'll announce it next week.
Next week. You guys got to wait a little bit. We got a big partnership. You guys are going to know exactly who it is. Pretty cool. So we will talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Mike Jones.